Line. Brought to you by Kellogg's, the folks who bring the best to you each morning. The widest choice of cereals in the forms you like best. Yours from Kellogg's of Battle Creek. Now let's all play What's My Line?
And now, tonight, starting their 11th year on the air, here is the award-winning panel of What's My Line. First, the popular columnist whose voice of Broadway appears in papers coast to coast, Miss Dorothy Kilgallen.
Last night, the famous theatrical club called The Lambs gave a testimonial dinner to an actor whom I consider, and I don't think anyone will contradict me, the greatest player of Gilbert and Sullivan in our time. And I'm very proud that he's sitting here on my left, Mr. Martin Green.
Thank you, Dorothy. And it's my great pleasure to introduce somebody whom you all know, who performed on Broadway in Once More with Feeling, The Home Show, and someone I'm very, very fond of indeed, Miss Arlene Francis.
And now sitting in for our dear vacationing Bennett Cerf is my own particular actor-producer, dear Martin Gable.
And across the floor, one of the most articulate men in television, Mr. John Bailey.
By reason of this chair, it falls to my happy lot to be, in a way, a spokesman for all of my colleagues on the panel, those who have with us tonight and those who have been with us through the years. I think many of you know that this is our 10th anniversary, our 500th broadcast. We began way back on February 2nd, 1950. And if you think about it, as all of us have, we feel that if it really is an anniversary and it calls for a celebration, we should give a party for all of you, because we should certainly not be here on this 10th anniversary if it wasn't for the support and affection we've had from our public. Thank you very much. Now we come to the special feature of our program, the appearance of our mystery challenger, for which my colleagues on the panel for all these years have been asked to blindfold themselves. So tonight, we won't change it. We'll ask them to blindfold themselves. Blindfolds all in place, panel?
Yes, John.
Fine. Would you come in, mystery challenger, and sign in, please? All right, panel, as you know, in the case of our mystery challenger, we go to a different form of questioning. You ask one question at a time, in turn, moving clockwise, and we'll begin with Dorothy Kilgallen.
Are you primarily famous for your work in the world of entertainment?
Yup.
Mr. Green.
You are a lady.
Yup.
Miss Francis.
Are you known for your work in pictures? No.
1 down and 9 to go, Mr. Gable.
You known for your work in the theater?
Yup.
Miss Kilgallen.
Have you ever been in the musical theater?
Yup.
Mr. Green.
Are you at present, or likely to be shortly, rehearsing for a musical coming into Broadway?
No.
2 down to 8 to go, Miss Francis.
Well, then, have you, in the last year, played in a musical on Broadway? No.
3 down and 7 to go, Mr. Gable.
Have you in the last 5 years played in a musical on Broadway?
Yup.
Miss Kilgallen.
Are you a soprano?
Yup.
Mr. Green.
Have you, within the last 3 years, appeared in a musical play on Broadway?
Yup.
Miss Francis.
Have you appeared on television? Yup.
Mr. Gable.
Have you got a current series going?
No.
That's 4 down and 6 to go, Miss Kilgallen.
Have you now, or have you ever had red hair?
No.
5 down and 5 to go, Mr. Green.
Would you have had blonde hair at any time?
If you'd
in a
wanted
musical
to.
play?
Have you hair?
Yeah.
I'm assuming, Mr. Green, that when you use the word blonde here...
I mean real blonde.
Oh, you mean the real...
Raw
Well, that's
blonde.
fine. Thank you, Mr. Green. That's 6 down and 4 to go, if you mean real blonde, Miss Francis.
Are you best known as a singer rather than a dancer?
Yeah.
Mr. Gable?
You sing blues often.
No.
7 down and 3 to go, Miss Kilgallen.
Was she a soprano, did I?
Yes.
Yes, she is. Did you ever play in a musical written by Frank Lesser? No.
8 down and 2 to go, Mr. Green.
Oh, dear.
Excuse me, may we have a conference?
You may have 20 seconds for a conference.
Do the other members of the panel agree with me that we have established she is not playing on Broadway now?
She is
Yes.
not playing on Broadway now,
Okay.
but has in the last
3 years. Was your last appearance on Broadway in a musical by Rodgers and Hammerstein?
No.
9 down and 1 to go, Miss Francis.
Oh, well, what about, were you in a musical written by Lerner and Lowe?
Yeah.
Well, were you in a...
Go ahead.
were you in My Fair Lady?
Yeah.
Are you Julie Andrews?
Mr. Green, I must say that in a way, this is a tribute to you. We felt that since you came from England to join us tonight, we should get another distinguished representative of the British Isles.
I couldn't wish for a nicer tribute.
And I'd like you to do a duet.
Tell it again, darling.
Tell it again, yes.
Yes. The one that Julie said we nearly did it. There was one left.
Oh.
Just one left.
We weren't really fair to them, though, were we?
Oh, I think so, because, no, Julie's worried about the question on a musical to come. Well, there is going to be a new musical in September, but...
We thought that was far enough away.
On the technicality that it's not really specifically in rehearsal now, I think the answer was very fair. I hope we didn't mislead you, Mark.
May I just say that I saw Miss Andrews in that really sensational television show, The Fabulous 50s, and you were enchanting in that.
Thank you very much.
Just lovely.
I think that is an opinion very widely held, and there's going to be another television special called the Bell Telephone Hour on another network the name of which we can't mention on this network because its initials are NBC, and Miss Julie's going to be on that, too.
John, I'd like to say that while I had the mask on, I was thinking, gee, this poor girl doesn't work at all. And
Did you get the British accent at all?
Not at all.
It didn't. It was wonderful. Your yup
I was
was...
so nervous.
Dorothy?
I was just thinking that Professor Iggins did a wonderful job on her tonight because her American accent was perfect. That was American?
Oh, it was beautiful. No, it was just as American as it could be. And, of course, we do feel we kind of share an experience with you. All those wonderful years in My Fair Lady and on our 10th anniversary. Thank you, Miss
Thank you
Julie.
very
Wonderful
much.
to have you with us. And thanks for being with us on What's My Line.
What's My Line is a CBS television network production in association with Mark Goodson and Bill Cotton.